Hello, ladies. I hope you can hear me. Oh, my lighting is terrible. That's what you get for moving. You move and you lose your charger and you can't charge your Reiki mirror light that I'm obsessed with. Darn it. Anyway, Xandra Gay here. I'm waiting for some other ladies to chime in. So excited to host tonight's opportunity event. Let me just make sure that I am in fact live. All right, here I am. And I'll wait for Suzanne to chime in because I know she's going to join with me. We're going to do the fun split screen tonight. We love doing that. I'm trying to figure out why I can't see comments. Let's see. Suzanne, are you there? Sorry, ladies, I'm not talking. Well, I'm trying to get this to work. I wanted to invite Suzanne in here, and it's not doing the usual screen where I can invite her to split screen. Thank you, Christina. I'm glad you think I look great. I'm feeling very disheveled. Okay, moving is a lot of work. I literally am like, okay, so where is that charger? Okay, so, oh, that's better. What just happened? Can you all see me brighter? All right. I am not sure I know how to get Suzanne to split screens with me. So, Christina or anyone that's on here, if you guys know why I wouldn't be seeing your comments on my live, give me a little shout. And then I'll look for your comments. But anyway, I'm going to get started because we have so much to talk about. I am so happy to be here. I love talking about Limelight. I could talk about it a lot for many hours of the day. But I'm here with my team Brilliance, and we are excited to talk about all things Limelight and why it's such a great time and what the company's about. If you're here as a guest, we love having you. Any questions are good questions. So at the end, we'll open this up for Q&A and feel free to ask anything you have. Again, I'm not for some reason seeing, I'm not seeing comments on my phone, but I am looking at the computer, so that will work. And I'm sorry, Suzanne, I'm not going to be able to have you join. I'm not sure why that's not working. So I just don't know why that's not working. Okay. Anyway, we're going to keep going. So, anyway, let me get started sort of a little bit about me. So Xandra Gay, I am here in Westport, Connecticut, and I've had about 8 years experience with direct sales, having been at Sell before. And in May, I made the jump and the leap and the exciting change to jump into this amazing endeavor, which I had watched all along. And basically where this all started, there is a lot of history to this because Alcone is the original company that dates back to 1952. So 60 years of tried and true success with the Milardi family. So my sister-in-law, Michelle, we were married to identical twin brothers, Charlie and Willis Gay, Willis being my husband. She became CEO of Alcone back when her sister retired from, the company's really family run. So when she became the CEO, she just said, how can we sort of take these products and really what Alcone is about? And it's still an existing, thriving company. If you think of the Green Face of Wicked, the Blue Man of Blue Man Group, they are a professional warehouse basically of all incredible makeup. Really think like behind the scenes, think theatrics, like I just said, think of all the runway shows, all the professional artists backstage, CNN, TV, on-air celebrities, all that is done. Almost all makeup artists are really getting their makeup from Alcone. So that has been a successful, huge, booming business run by the Milardi family for many years. And when Michelle became CEO, my sister-in-law, about 8 years ago, right around the time when I was starting Still and Dot, she basically said, there's got to be a way to bring this to the consumer. I mean, there's got to be a way to get these amazing products in the hands. And she kept doing her research. She sat back. She watched the direct selling companies out there. She saw what Beautycounter was doing. She saw what all the direct selling companies were doing and how successful the industry was and is. We all know how successful it is. So really what happened was she took the best of the best, right? She sat back. She looked at everything. She looked at the comp plans. She looked at, what was going to make it have its own market, what was going to set Limelight apart. And what sets it apart are so many things. So first of all, you do have Limelight that it's professional makeup, right? So this is not makeup that you're going to get anywhere. It's professional, meaning it's higher pigment. It's, less fillers. It's all these amazing elements to the makeup. People know, they try our makeup, they can tell instantaneously. It doesn't come off after an hour. They're, at the end of the day, they're still looking really fresh from the makeup that they've put on that morning. And, you just don't need a lot of it. It goes a long way. And so there's all these different elements to why the professional makeup is so, important and amazing and why it sells so well. And yes, it's the tricks of the trade and it's been around, it's expertise, right? They come from this background. They're not just some random company that got into direct selling. They are tried and true, best of the best, a booming, successful business for 6 years. Then they brought in an all-natural skincare line, and we all know how important that is, and it's very hard to find a free from harmful chemical line that one is, yes, it's affordable, great, it's effective, it has amazing results, and yes, it's all natural. So when you take both of those elements, plus you layer on top of that the fact that our makeup is customizable. You've got these magnetic palettes. I mean, there's a lot of bells and whistles you can see that set Limelight apart. We've got magnetized palettes, so you can pop a foundation into a customizable palette with your 2 concealers. It's amazing. I mean, you've just got all these elements. You've got eco-friendly packaging that they're very conscientious about waste. So yes, they're conscientious about being all natural and not having all these harmful chemicals in their skincare. And they're also amazingly conscientious about, just what the packaging is and being more green and having it be eco-friendly and this coated canvas that they're using, or coated wax canvas that they're using. So really, again, so that kind of sets Limelight apart in terms of the makeup and the skincare and the actual products and why we're selling at a pace that is literally just astounding. I mean, like the company is growing 40% month over month. We are right now on track to break some serious records, and our company is looking to grow 25% over the last month. And if we continue to do what we're doing, we keep hearing that we are going to be actually really breaking some huge ground for our little company that is a huge company, and we are growing fast. Our team alone, Team Brilliance, yay, Team Brilliance, give me a little shout out on our Facebook Live here, ladies. Our Team Brilliance is growing at a rate that is unbelievable. We're almost 200 women across the United States, from Washington down to Florida, up to Maine. I mean, all over the country in less than 6 months, in like 5.5 months. So really, really astounding. People are living very happy lives, and we'll get more into that, but it really is just so exciting. So you can see what's really setting apart the company in terms of just like the actual products and the expertise and why, and the fact that it is family run and family owned, and the philosophy. It's really so important. I think that a lot of people, when they're wanting to join a company, it's more than just what you're selling, right? And for me, I never thought I would get into skincare and makeup. I just didn't. A year ago, I was like, I'll never sell skincare makeup. Well, here I am, and I am so glad I'm doing it, because there's so many elements to it that we'll talk about in a bit as to why I'm really enjoying it so much, and why not take on change and try something new. We only have one life, right? Try something new. So, and what if Michelle hadn't tried something new? What if Michelle hadn't literally said to her, her family, we need to bring this to the consumer? She could have just sat back and still been this great, successful company, but getting into direct sale industry, I mean, what the success they're having is really, really exciting. So, so that is all great. And then one of the most exciting things that's really happened of more recently, because again, Limelight launched probably about 3 years ago, and we're about 17,000 beauty guides nationwide and growing fast. They are expecting us to be almost 48,000 this time next year, which is bigger than some of the direct selling companies that are already out there. So, but what's exciting is that this past January, just after the new year in 2017. L'Occitane, the billion-dollar global brand that you've heard of, that's on every street corner in every major city in the U.S. and all over the country or all over the world. They approached Michelle. They had been wanting to get into the direct selling industry, and it's so validating to the fact that they wanted to get into the industry. I mean, they wanted to get into direct sales, but they didn't want to have to reformulate. They didn't want to have to start all over. They weren't going to take L'Occitane into the direct selling industry, but they wanted to partner with a company that had something they really believed in. And what did they do? They tested all the companies. They tested all the ones that you've heard of in the direct selling industry. And who did they choose? Limelight. They handpicked Limelight. They flew to New York City. They met with Michelle and her family, her father, Vincent Millardi, her siblings, everyone. They looked at the facilities where they were fulfilling their packages. They tested the products, and they wanted us. And it was all because of the philosophy of the company, the family-run philosophy, obviously the products and how wonderful they are. But that partnership is massive. It's what is creating such success in the U.S. We are getting products back on the shelves quicker. The company could not anticipate the kind of growth they were having. They were having a very hard time. Limelight was having a hard time keeping up with the demand. And our production partners, they're producing elements that are coming from farmers. It's all natural skincare. It's like, if you don't have enough of these natural elements, you can only produce so fast. So they were having a very hard time keeping these products, where they needed to be and keep them on the shelves. But with the financial partnership with L'Occitane, it's getting, more product back on the shelves quicker. We have an entirely new shipping platform and, back behind the scenes platform that's been implemented. And that is actually creating much quicker shipping. So right now we're seeing that when orders are placed, we're shipping out within 48 hours and actually only getting faster from there. And so it's just the success that this company's having. And even just in the 4.5-5 months since we really got going as a Team Brilliance, just to watch the change since we've started has been incredible. It really, really is amazing. I don't know if it gives you chills, but it gives me chills because we're just watching this ground floor opportunity and we are just taking off, literally. So the L'Occitane partnership is amazing. And what's happening is that we are going global, and it's not going to be like kind of global, like one step at a time. It's going big, fast, get ready. If you want to be a part of an international booming global brand, jump on board. Now's the time. Don't wait. We're going to be launching in Canada in the earliest days of 2018. So get ready. Canada, Brazil, we're going to be going all over Europe, UK, and global. I mean, global's global. And because of the fact that L'Occitane has existing facilities all over the world, they're going to literally piggyback those efforts. They're going to fulfill from existing warehouses. Limelight doesn't have to get out there and start finding and building and, doing all that research to create new fulfillment centers. They're going to fulfill from L'Occitane's already existing warehouses. So you can see how turnkey and streamlined that whole process is going to be. What would take other companies years to do is going to not actually take it. And they're hiring the people in the countries to lead the countries. It's so exciting. So I was just talking with Michelle the other day about it, and it's just really, really so exciting. So you can imagine that as a beauty guy for Limelight, whether you have someone in your backyard, you have someone walking in your door, or if you know someone that wants to buy from you in France, you're going to earn the same commissions. You're going to earn the same thing, whether it's in your back pocket or whether it's someone international. And if you know people all over the world, think about how big your network for this business just got. So that's really exciting. And I think we all pretty much know everyone, know people everywhere. We always have friends of friends or someone that's moved here or expats or, the list goes on, right? So it really, really is so exciting. And I wanted to be able to have Suzanne chime in here with me, but I'm having a very hard time figuring out why I cannot add Suzanne. So Suzanne, I'm so sorry. I'm going to just keep talking because I literally don't see where I can split the screen with you tonight. That's so upsetting. I wanted Suzanne to jump on here, of course. If anybody has an idea, usually there's a little icon where I see people's comments and I click and I can add Suzanne. It's not letting me. So I'm just going to keep chatting away. And if Suzanne, if you want to fill anything else in, you can add it to the comments here, but we'll have to figure this out for next time. Okay. So I'm going to keep going. So the culture of Limelight. Why are we so amazing? Well, it all comes from the top. It all comes from this family-run business. And really the culture of the company. Their tagline is be amazing every day. And so whether it's being a part of a company, which is going to make you feel better every day, empowering you as a beauty guide, or simply sharing products with people, whether it's like this lipstick's going to make you feel great, or you know what, if you've got a really bad acne problem and you're going to use our products, they're going to make you feel better. You know, great. I'm so glad that we can do that for you. But it really is all about that. It's not about the selling. It's about the sharing of these products. And I think that's a big deal. I think there's other companies and where I had been before that it was about sell, sell, sell. And it's not that here. It's you, what you want to do. But it's all really about this amazing culture, and you're rewarded for your efforts. The company has amazing monthly rewards, whether it's, you know, for October right now, if you join, you can earn extra bonuses. As you're selling, some months we can earn luggage tags. We can earn, you know, all these fun things that we can work towards. There's actually a trip right now that goes through the end of October where we have team members that are earning their trips, Suzanne included, Christina, Tara, Jen Batar, she's like inches away of going to Aruba, and myself included, for, you know, take your husband, all paid trips to Aruba that's coming up this coming May. So, you know, just so many things to work towards. But I really think that, you know, the other part that we really learned, our first Palooza, our annual sales event that was in Austin, Texas this summer, was all about the health of us as beauty guides, them taking care of us. They wanted, you know, they had Martha Beck speak, who was one of the most incredible speakers. They had Chris Johnson speak from On Target Living. And it really was all about mind and physical health being. And I think that's so important, because that they know the healthier you are in mind and body, the more successful you're going to be, the happier you're going to be. And that's going to lead to a better life. And so I just love that that is really their overlying philosophy, and what really is, that's what life is all about, right? Like, I'm living a very happy life, and I'm going to speak in a minute why I feel these changes have worked for me and my team. And I can speak for every single girl on Team Brilliance, and I know you guys will give me a shout out. But why am I excited about the transition? I'll just jump right into that. So I think that with direct sales, you know, we are in sales, right? Of course. But I think that, again, we're not so based on trunk shows and sales. It's not that. It does not feel like a hamster wheel. It just doesn't. And I'm not saying it to sound negative towards other companies out there. I'm just telling you what it is. And that is true flexibility. I had just moved my life after 11 years in a house. I've got 3 children. It has been crazy. I kind of forgot how crazy it is to do that. And I have a thriving business. I'm over 4,000 in sales this month. I have been, you know, sponsoring and having fun and speaking to people in one-on-ones and meeting them for coffee. It's just been so fun, and it just feels different. It feels a little bit more, I'd say a lot more balanced. But I do know that for so many on the team, that I think that the sort of the go pace, being out at night for trunk shows and away from the children, that's just very hard. It's not realistic for many in our generation, for me especially. I just know that I can't be out right now. Like, I'm playing with my kids. I just made apple fritters with my kids. I'm here doing the live, and then I'm going to go put them to bed. So I just think that that's so important. And that is the importance of Limelight. Their philosophy is, it is about family. It's about your children. It's about what is going to make you the happiest. So I do love the true balance of that. I love being in the beauty industry. It's less cyclical. It's not where you spike in November, December, and it's sort of in doldrums for other parts of the year, because it's a very constant need. People want skincare. They're very interested in trying new skincare, especially when it's affordable, especially when it's effective, and especially when it's something they've never tried, especially if it's all natural. And that's why people are trying Limelight, and they're loving it, and they're coming back. And I'm waking up every day with more and more orders than I ever thought I'd have, but it's because people want it. They run out, they want more of it. So my business has become very streamlined, and it just feels a little bit more, that's like the best way I can describe it. It just does. It really feels great. And I'm just loving the response that I'm getting from people, because it does feel important. It does feel important when I have a very good friend's son who's like suffering from terrible acne, and these products, which you can market both to the anti-aging for women our age and older, or boys and young teens that are suffering from acne. He's totally cleared up, and he's so happy. It just makes me so happy that we can provide that for our customers. So, And then what else do I want to forget? I've got all these notes here because I don't want to forget anything. Another part of the business that I love is that because we're a little bit more consistent with our product, you're not having to do all these sampling and buying all this new product all the time, doing sample sales and getting rid of the product all the time, which can feel very overwhelming. I think for many people, they get a little overwhelmed by that and they kind of shut down. And it's just not like that. Limelight does have new product. We've got 4 new foundations coming out. We've got 3 new lip liners. We were always innovating. We've got holiday coming out with amazing new products, but it's not where you're wiping out 20% and starting new. And it feels very more even keeled. And again, it's less cyclical. It's a very more even stream throughout the year with, of course, spikes, around the holidays, of course, giftables. And because we are customizable, people are buying gifts. They can customize it for people. So how do you get started at Limelight? It's that simple. It's $169 to get started with our company. And that includes $370 of product, which is amazing. So you pick $169, you choose, of that, it's, a la carte, you choose your $169 light, medium, or dark kit. And then beyond that, you can then choose product additional to that you want to choose. But again, it's so affordable to think you're getting a business in a box of $169 and getting $370 in product. And from that, you're going to have a fast start program, which is your 40, 70, 100 days where you can earn cash bonuses. You can earn, free product credits. Sky's the limit. They set you up for success. It's really amazing. If you choose to build a team, of course, that's not something you have to do, or, if it's not something you want to do, you don't have to. Is it more fun? Yes. Of course, we know that doing something like this with friends is always going to be more fun. But you do get a lot of perks, of course, from doing all of the above. And, the comp plan is huge. Another one of the biggest things that I'll say is just that the comp plan. She is so determined to have people paid what they're worth, and they are getting paid what they're worth. They're expecting at least 4 people in this company after 3 years to perhaps make $1 million this year. And that's astronomical. That's amazing. There's companies out there that have been doing this 8, 9, 10 years that don't even have that. So to have 4 people on the brink of that, and who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to do that really well financially? And even if you don't touch that one day, just to know that you have the potential and that their company's been set up to breed such success. And that's what Michelle is all about, and the Milardi family is. They're givers. They want you to do well. And you know what? People are killing it. They're doing amazing. And even my paycheck, I can't even believe after 4 or 5 months that after, years in my previous job that I was not seeing those kinds of numbers. And so it's really, really exciting. And it's not something I take lightly. I think it's very important. People need to feel like they're being paid their worth. If you're going to take time away from your children and you're going to work as hard as you do, you should be getting paid your worth. And I'm really happy about that. So that is sort of a, 25-minute ramble that I just gave you. But I'd love to hear if there's any other questions that I can talk about. I hope I've highlighted on everything that I should highlight on. I know I love seeing all these comments, but best 169 you guys ever spent. Amazing. But if you guys have any questions about what it means to get started, what kind of support you're going to get. One of the best things I can say is Team Brilliance. I run, a team page. We have amazing leaders that are always chiming in, helping. We have weekly new beauty guide trainings that we do every Monday. We have live trainings that, I do, that we have leaders come in, friends of mine from the company that have come in, team members of ours that learned, things that maybe I didn't know, or whoever. They join in, do lives. You get tons of support on our team page. So if it's something you've never done, if you've never done direct sales, you know what? All I can say is jump in and try it. You have nothing to lose. It's such a low expense to start. You might jump into something and be so relieved and happy that you tried. If you're coming from another company and you're not sure if this is the right thing for you, you know what? Make a change. Why not? Right? I was very intimidated to make my change. A lot of people that have joined the team have been, intimidated or worried. And what everyone comes out with is just how happy they are that they made the change, because you only live once. And when you get stuck doing a certain thing, you might not know what else is out there. You might not understand sort of what else is going on out there. Would I be happier doing something else? And you know what? Everyone's pretty darn happy. I can honestly say it. And again, it has to do with the philosophy of the company. It has to do with the way that people are getting paid. less trunk shows, less time having to book and collect the nose and all of that can be really just sort of wear you down. And I think that really is what's making people so joyful at this company. And plus, we know we're all part of like a rocket ship. I mean, honestly, get on board. Like I always say, like if someone's going to offer you a seat on a rocket ship, you don't ask like which seat, just get on. So, it's all very, very exciting. So, and yes, Christina was making a very good point that you're not always dipping into your earnings to buy new and sample more and having to like have that product all the time. And you know what? It's easy enough to pack up and go. When I have to go do, a pop-up or, I did a fun makeup and mimosas, not too long ago, I pack up my stuff very quickly. I leave it displayed at home all the time. I'm constantly setting up personal one-on-ones. I hosted a big launch trunk show when I launched my business, and then I hosted people constantly one-on-ones. I meet them for coffee, meet them for lunch, meet them, pack it up. It's very easy to do. It takes like 1.5 bags and you're done. You can be set up in 10 minutes. And so your business is very turnkey and streamlined and accessible. So again, I can't encourage you enough. If you have any questions, I know so some of you can't come in live, feel free to post your questions on the strand here, message me directly, or if you're with a guest of someone, by all means, message them directly. It is, honestly just an amazing opportunity. Hope I've shared with you all the information you need. Love my Team Brilliance. For all of those you listening, I'm so glad you're on here tonight. And cheers, we're going to have a huge October, 1 week to go, and great Q4 ahead. So cheers, thank you for joining us tonight. And again, if you're watching the playback, I hope you'll enjoy it, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.